Anything that brings people together in a competitive nature, I think inherently brings Type A personalities to a table and makes them want to win. So the field and the competitors in this series or any other racing series are generally obsessed with trying to do one thing, which is win.
It's a large commitment for guys that are serious to come down and do this. You know, they can come down and spend 3 days before the race and feel like they're getting their pre-running in, but it's just not sufficient. Mike spent, 6-7 days down here, plenty of pre-running. He feels very confident with his section.
We've been down here for 7 days running the car. I don't think we had a single mechanical issue with it the entire time, which is just a testament to Evan and all of the guys who are working on these vehicles and making sure that they're out there and ready to go.
Mike and I love racing and we love pre-running, but there are days where you're halfway through a day or 50 miles to the end of a day and you're like, yeah, sometimes it's not fun. And we pre-run in a, open cab, essentially a race car with a pump gas motor. So yeah, there's no AC, there's no cup holders. You gotta wear a helmet and a fire suit all day. But it's a good way to get the job done. But yeah, there are some days where it's like, man, I'd really like to take this helmet off and get some fresh air. But it's part of it, I complain when it's hot, but I think we all complain when it's hot.
We're going into the Baja 400. We're sitting third in the championship. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. We've been here twice before. I hope we can continue the good progress forward, and I'd really like to keep pushing towards that goal of winning a championship. This is obviously the pivotal race to do that in.
Normally, I think we qualify the day before Tech, and this time we qualify 2 days before, which was awesome. We're already down here, we're already pre-running, why not do it earlier? I think it's great. Show up at qualifying, Troy and Matt go out and do the fun run. Half a mile into the fun run, they break a right rear axle.
I think we broke an axle or something. Yeah, something feels weird. They just broke an axle or something.
On our sight lap, me and Matt were just going out and running around, just getting notes, not even running the truck hard or anything. And unfortunately, we had something break in the truck.
Hey, Cody, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
I think the truck broke an axle or something. Matt's out checking it out.
Put it back in drive, and I figured out quickly it was a broken axle, so we still had like 2 miles left in the course. We had to limp her back, and we barely were able to get up some of the hills to get it back.
We couldn't have qualified today if it wasn't for our great team that is so dedicated to make sure this truck is out on the course. So big thanks to them. They hustled to get the axle apart. They slapped it all back together and threw some gear oil in it, ran it on stands for a few minutes, and we'll take it back to the house right now, take everything back apart, kind of assess what happened.
We have a good qualifying position for this race. I'm sure that Troy would have wanted to have done better, who doesn't, but at the end of the day, I think P11 is a fantastic place to start the race. We're fairly used to starting from mid-pack to back. I think this is no different than any other race. It's a little bit shorter, but we have the opportunities that we've had in all the other races to make up time and position, and the number one goal is for everybody to just go out there and do their job.
We're starting 11th place on race day, but I think we still have a lot of dog in the fight. We've been consistent. We're gonna, as long as we all hit our notes, keep the truck moving. I know that we still got a good chance to put that truck high up in the field. 11th place didn't sound that good, but I think we still got to fight.
I'm hoping that, Troy can have a clean run in the first 30 miles. A lot can happen. There's going to be a lot of dust. He's just got to be conservative. We're not trying to go out and smash anything right away. We just got to picking guys off.
Straight 36, there's a chase in the middle. Car looks good, car looks good. Hard right, hard right.
Let's go.
Straight. Oh, there's a truck right there. Yep. I don't know, it might have been gone.
Right now we're sitting third in points, and it's a little bit stressful. This is the second time we found ourselves in this situation in 2 years, and I'm really hoping to make it work this year.
before Score implemented VCPs, guys were still racing and trying to find the fastest line between point A and point B, between the actual physical checkpoints. Like, this is nothing new. The only reason I think it's become more of a thing is that we do have VCPs and we have, you know, GPS tracking devices on all the vehicles. That's still a lot of what draws people to Mexico, is the challenge of, you know, hey, we're not doing laps around Daytona. I think that's what makes racing in Baja and racing Score what it is. Part of the appeal. That's part of the job.
Gotta say I changed again. No one can forget my name, because I carved it here forever. Steady on the highest stone, like a king upon his throne. You can all bow down together. When the world comes knocking, I knock back.
We gotta go left.
Think you see the greatest? I knock back.
20 miles out, they just cleared 180. They're 45 seconds back from a dollar.
Go! Oh, yeah, go, baby.
Sitting in the pit for hours, wondering if the truck is going to come around the corner is stressful, but been doing it a long time, so it is what it is.
Just getting ready to hop in for the last part of the Baja 400. The truck's lost its first gear, but we're still in the fight, and everything's going well.
They might be coming in on a flat. I just got a text from Gabe that they have a left rear flat.
Got it.
So that's why I want to go.
Smooth as fast. Here he is, right here. All the way to us, all the way to us.
The experience is not like anything else on the face of planet Earth. I don't really know how to describe it. It's one of those things you sort of just have to do. It's really hard to convey the speed, the momentum, and the feeling that the trucks carry. It's really something that you can look from afar or you can watch on TV. It looks exciting, but you don't really know what it's like to be in that situation until you're really behind the wheel or in the passenger seat of one, and you realize that the noise and the heat and the bumps and the speed, it all kind of comes together, especially during a race when there's all these outside factors like fans and other race cars on the course, and it's tremendous.
It's a lot of fun, but you have to be sure, you know, to not get tunnel vision. I think a lot of that has to do with the chemistry between the driver and co-driver. You know, when they form a cohesive bond like Hudson and Mike, you know, it just makes it so much easier. They've grown a lot in the past 2 years. I think that their chemistry has come a long way, and they can kind of, you know, figure where one or the other is at in the race. You know, if Hudson has to get Mike going a little faster, if he needs to tone him back, coming down in pre-run and spending 7 days is, you know, great for chemistry.
We are sitting here at race mile 355 and a half. We are here for a splash for Mike Marsal, just to make sure that he can make it to the finish line. It would be very, very tight for them to make it. We did the math. They need 100 gallons to make it to the finish line, and they only have 98 in the tank right now. So they're gonna pull in. We're gonna give them 5 seconds of fuel, which will probably give them maybe 10 gallons, and that'll be enough for them to get to the finish line and get down to the start line down there in Ensenada. We don't know their current position. We're trying to wait for trackers to update, but we know they're in a very close battle with some trucks around them, and we're trying to keep them in the game. So this pit's going to have to be very, very quick. We're hoping it'll be longer to get off the highway and back on the highway, then we'll have fuel in their tank.
Marsal, you look pretty happy. That's a good
Oh my God, what a day. It's great to finish. We had no first gear and no reverse, so pretty stressful race for the last 200 miles. Truck ran great. Guys prepped everything fantastic. It's so good to be out here. I can't wait to see where we are in the point standing after this. It was an intense day, and I don't have much more to say other than thank you to everybody who worked so hard to put this together, because it means the world to me.
It's awesome to be able to come down here and have a team to race with and help someone out, chase a championship, have a lot of good times, a lot of good miles.
Happy to be here and have the opportunity to go racing and to, call it a job and have a lot of friends and people that support what we're doing, and a family back home that understands that this is what I love doing. Not a very common job, but that's what I love and strive to be better at it every day, so that's the goal.
I always think about the fact that we're making memories forever. I mean, the number one goal out here is to be having a good time, and the memories that can, that are created through these races and these experiences, they're just things that you cherish forever, right? I'm so excited. Hopefully my boys, they race one day, they want to be involved in the same way that I am, and I would absolutely support that. And I'm excited for them, and I'm excited for the future. And this is generation 1 in the dirt, and who knows, maybe there's generation 2, 3, and 4 after. I don't know if we're gonna be racing electric cars or gas cars, but by the time they can get behind the wheel. But as long as there's Baja out there, I'm sure there's gonna be people trying to cover ground in it.